to ask the first question? To me, you want to have the first question?
Sure, why not? Coach, what do you get out of this? I mean, three straight ties now, or excuse me, draws. Yet, you take the lead early. What's your takeaway, I guess, from this initially?
I thought it was a decent effort. I thought the guys, did well. Obviously, heads were down in the locker room after the game that we couldn't close it out. We couldn't get the 3 points. But I think there was a lot of positives. This is a team, New York, that was coming off a big win, and it's a good team. It's a team that can strike at any time, and I think we did a good job today.
I was going to say Arietta was right there, almost had a career game tonight, right?
Yeah. No, he was very active, and he showed why he was in the starting lineup for certain.
Andrew King.
Obviously, a draw against a hot Red Bulls team doesn't seem too bad on paper, but your guys kind of should have pulled out that win tonight.
Well, it's what they expect of themselves. They were disappointed that we didn't win the game, and I like that. I like the fact that we're disappointed. It shows that we have high expectations for ourselves.
After multiple teams came here and sat back, is this more the type of game you guys want to see here?
Absolutely, it was a fun game. I mean, I think that's exactly what we want to play, and you don't always get that, but there were times where the movement was great. Passing between the lines, and they were opened up. It was an attractive game. I thought it was pretty good for the spectator.
Dan.
A couple games ago, or 3 games ago, against Toronto, you were pretty unhappy about the first 20 minutes.
Right.
Today, your team came out pretty slow also. Is there any of the same feeling?
It was different. It was a different type of start. Today, I think we looked a little nervous. I think we looked a little apprehensive. Against Toronto, I think it was just a slow start in general. But today, it was strange. The first 15 minutes were odd, and then we got into gear, and then we started really moving the ball around, and it looked pretty good.
And Steve Clark had a huge game today. I think both goalkeepers did. But what do
Yeah.
you think of this performance?
No, Steve's been fantastic. I mean, he's been good all year, and everything about his distribution, coming up with saves when he needs to, and all that was very good.
Ben Free.
Arietta got his first goal tonight on the penalty kick. We normally see Igor take those.
Yeah.
Something that the players decide for themselves. Do you have any input on who takes it out?
No, they decided between themselves. That's Jairo's second goal, though. He scored the first opening day in D.C. But yeah,
Right.
yeah. But no, it was they decided themselves. Jairo wanted to get off the mark. He he was anxious to score, and it was good that he took it and made it.
Andrew, follow up.
Yeah. Obviously, for the past couple of weeks, it seemed like things sort of didn't finish in the offensive end,
Yeah.
crosses and long ball
Yeah.
things like that. It seemed like you were a little more forward tonight, but things still weren't clicking in the final third or in their box. What went wrong to have a
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the hardest part, right? Scoring goals. I mean, they had the same problems we had, and it's not easy. And I think we can be a little bit more aggressive, taking chances, looking to shoot when we're in half shooting positions, and increase the aggressiveness a little bit around goal. But it's not an easy thing. I think. Everyone looks to that, to the fact that we scored 1 goal and talks about that, but it's still not easy to get that final product.
Did you like what you saw from the offense better today, though?
Yeah, I thought there were some good moves. I thought there was really, it really was nice, some nice combinations, and we're going to keep working. We're going to keep working and fine-tune this, and we'll get there.
Patrick Golden and Cody.
Changed the lineup obviously tonight with the Nor being out, but you
Yeah.
also chose to bring on Duro as a sub. What
Right.
did you see out of him in that role rather than something where you had Arietta starting instead tonight?
I thought he did fine, Dom. I think we're trying to get him into full rhythm, and Jairo in this case of the last couple of weeks has looked really sharp in training, and it was something where we felt that he he deserved to start. So, but I think Dom, we want to get him the rhythm. We want him to have the impact, whether it's coming in as a sub or starting the game. And we believe he can have a bigger impact with this group.
question. Justin's been your offensive spark off the bench so
Mhm.
far this season. Tonight he got the start in place of Bernardo. What are your thoughts on his performance?
Justin did well. He has that ability to turn and take players on and be aggressive, and I like that a lot. He got a little bit fatigued towards the end of his time on the field, but I think it was a solid performance by him.
You enter a period here now where you're going to be on the road quite a bit after this month. You were home for 3 of the
Right.
5 games, I think, but no wins in that period.
Mhm.
What is that? Looking forward, what do you guys have to do to find, start getting 3 points?
I mean, we want to just keep developing our play. I don't think that, we want to win the games, of course, but it's not that, I think we have expectations for ourselves to win the games, but we also want to develop our style and keep working at that. So, we're going to go on the road and we're going to give teams tough games, and we're going to try to control the game and be aggressive, and that's what we do. So we're going to keep trying.
Dan?
I just spoke a second ago with Coach Pecky, and he said that his game plan was to really clock the middle, which you saw they put a lot of guys there. As a lot of teams have been doing that, making adjustments kind of to your game plan, are you going to be making adjustments to those adjustments, or are you going to keep going forward with it?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing is, do you think that worked today? Do you think that we weren't able to move the ball around? And so, I mean, I think if we can execute, we have guys that are willing to take chances and willing to play in tight spaces. And so I think that, we're going to continue doing that. And I tell the guys, be brave, want the ball, ask for the ball, get it in tough spots. And the guys are doing that. So I'm happy with it.
Patrick, any other questions after Patrick? Last question, Patrick. Go ahead.
You talked a little bit about the start, a bit of a different start,
Yeah.
not necessarily slow. Was that something to the opponent, New York, coming off a very big win, having Sam, Bradley Ray Phillips, and of course Thierry Henry, that the defense maybe a little bit jittery, facing a lot of offense?
It was our build-up play in the first 15 minutes. I mean, we couldn't get it going, and they have a lot of individual quality. If you look at their attacking group, it's a very, very strong group for this league. So I think that, as we lost the ball in our half, they took advantage of that, and they had some good movement off the ball, and they tried to create some chances, and they did. But what I'm pleased with is that we didn't waver. We didn't say, okay, we're going to start kicking every ball long. We wanted to keep playing. And, we did, and we eventually got into our rhythm. And that's, I think, when you look at that first half, I think it says a lot about the group to just keep pushing, keep playing, and then we eventually, got the goal.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah. Yeah.